your girl Gigi, LaMayne, aka Inkosazana Yasekasi, and welcome to another episode, only our second episode of the Dizrupt show. Everything urban, everything fresh, everything nandy. But of course, I am not on my own. Resident, tell us who you are.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Rashid, the host with the most, the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah!
Up in this TDS, aka the Dizrupt show. Welcome.
Rashid, you look very nice today. Who are you dressed by?
Two Souls, man. Shout out to Two Souls.
Shout out to Two Souls, who are our clothing sponsor.
You know
for today. Rashid is looking super fresh. But guys, like I'm saying, I'm still dressing myself. So it'd be nice if somebody reached out and also gave me this pajaj. Because really, all this pink in Women's Month, I don't know if it's supposed to be going to Rashid or to me. Pink phone, pink tracksuits, pink everything, and I'm out here looking like a clown with all these colors.
Nah, never did. You up there.
Fresh, my friend.
You top floor.
Thank you. So for this episode, obviously, we're going to be dealing with some very controversial issues. And then for the last segment, we get into our entertainment. Today we're talking depression, today we're talking drugs, and today we're talking about why is it that after our artists die, we seem to give them so much love. So I mean, now Rashid, we're talking about depression in the industry. We're both in entertainment. There's so many things that come with depression. I know I'm a fighter, survivor of depression. I live with it every day proudly, and I'd like to say I still get mine with that. I mean, how would you define it in our industry and what causes it?
Yeah, man, actually, not really in the industry. At campuses, like students are depressed, people in the township, unemployed people are depressed. You know, I think I've been depressed, but I didn't know the symptoms, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was, I don't know the feeling, but like even our parents don't understand this depression thing, so it's very difficult to spot it or cure it. That's why we end up committing suicide and stuff.
And also shout out to @LaMayne_M. I saw a very interesting tweet about him basically saying how, you know, we are like, black kids are drowning in depression, but our parents don't understand it. Our parents would rather ask us, why aren't we working? Why isn't this working out? And it just seems like mental health is not a big thing in black homes.
I don't know, man, like our black parents are like somehow old school.
Yeah.
They not supportive most of the time. I'm not saying all of them. They add to depression. Hey, this music thing of yours is not working. Go get a job. This acting thing of yours, there are jobs they don't understand. They prefer traditional 9 to 5. If you're a teacher, nurse, doctor, lawyer. If you do something alternative, they add more pressure on you, which gets us into depression.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, we've seen like so many people coming out. I know Kendrick Lamar came out. I know the late Chester from Linkin Park came out talking about it. I know a lot of people come out talking about, you know, depression. Do you think being in the media world adds to that somehow? Like their expectations from you? How do we eventually become depressed as people who are, I don't know, of influence?
It doesn't choose class or depression hits everyone. It's not you can have the money, but when it comes it hits you. It's a real thing.
Like you get literally you have to get diagnosed for it, guys.
You know what I'm saying?
Wake up
to post and say I'm depressed. I'm not helping anyone. I must tell people what causes depression, how to deal with depression. You understand what I'm saying? That's why people end up taking substances, which we're going to talk about next. Depression is real.
I think we should jump into it. Because they're so interlinked, and you know, like I once asked myself, like, is smoking a blunt, does it help with depression? Does it make it worse? And then we go on to more like hectic substances now, like where people have decided to deal with their pain, deal with their anxiety, deal with the issues of parents not, you know, acknowledging that there's like, guys, there are no jobs. You know what I'm saying? And now how do drugs feature? Because like I know a lot of people who are on some stuff, and they think it's cool. Like people have made it, and most importantly, people like you, people like me, have made it cool. To say, yo, I'm smoking this.
Roll the chase.
You know, sipping this. How does that go hand in hand with depression now? because that in itself has become, we are saying that depression has become something that's really popular, but now we have this situation where now these other substances have become super popular.
There are people who can deal with the realities and the pressures that we're living in, so the escape as to take substance, you know, just to be in that mind state for that period. And when you come back to reality, you want to take it again. That's why that's how you get addicted. You know what I mean? And like from depression, there are helplines. If you feeling suicidal or you think you're depressed, call this number on the screen. You know, and they can help you deal with that. You know, with alcoholism or drug addiction, it's all about like doing it excessively. You know, some people drink to celebrate, some people drink occasionally, but if you drink to drown your sorrows, that's when the problems comes.
Most popular right now has to be lean.
You can trap being sober. You don't have, and it's a serious problem. Every high school kid is like on some lean. It's not cool. You know, we have a rapper called Pimp C, who died from codeine. You know, he was featured by Jay-Z on Big Pimpin'. Lil Wayne had 5 seizures.
Seizures, I know. I've heard of seizures, I've heard of kidney failure, and for me it's like, does somebody have to die locally in order for us? There's like, guys, there are detrimental effects. And I got a definition from Urban Dictionary.
Pooh, give us a super squishy. One that's made entirely out of syrup.
When you type "what is lean" into Google, the first thing that comes up is this Google definition of what the verb lean means, which is be in or move into a sloping position, for those of you who were curious. If that definition isn't what you were looking for, you were probably looking for the Urban Dictionary definition of lean. What am I talking about? Sit back, relax, and let me fill you in. Lean, purple drink, purple drank, scissorup, syrup, what is it? Purple drink is the combination of codeine-based prescription cough syrup, pop that is usually Sprite, and sometimes Jolly Ranchers.
Whoa, that's good squishy.
Where did the idea of putting a bunch of seemingly opposite things into the same styrofoam cup come from? Houston, Texas. During the 1960s, an early form of purple drink, the combination of beer or wine with the cold medication Robitussin, started to be used by blues musicians. It was not until the 1980s that the drink we know today as purple drink gained popularity among hip-hop musicians in the Houston area.
I want that purple stuff.
So, what is so bad about this drink? You're combining cough syrup, which helps you when you're sick, with pop and Jolly Ranchers, which are both delicious. Well, here's the problem. The cough syrup used in purple drink is codeine cough syrup, which is an opiate. Now, an opiate is a drug used for treating pain, and you can become addicted to it. Other drugs that are opiates are morphine and heroin, you know, not things that you really want to mess around with. So, what happens when you drink purple drink? Nothing really positive. The codeine in the cough syrup produces a feeling of euphoria. However, it is combined with another drug in the cough syrup, promethazine, which is a sedative. This results in those who are drinking purple drink to lean, which is one of the reasons it's called lean. Now that doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, just listen to this. Other side effects include nausea, memory loss, hallucinations, seizures, urinary tract infections, dental problems, also death, because you can overdose on codeine. And if you combine some alcohol in your cup of purple drink, again, could also die. So maybe just drink some Sprite and have a bowl of Jolly Ranchers on the side, because, you know, living is fun.
Okay, so let's move on to some of our people who had something to say about...
Number 1. In my definition, depression is a medical inability of finding joy. Number 2, it is not an opinion, it is a fact. This thing of mental health issues is real and we need to share awareness on the issue. Number 3, on my personal experience with depression is an overwhelming burden, like a heavy blanket that weighs over you throughout your day. Number 4, The only mitigations I see to this is that social workers should be promoted to be working in schools, in work environments, and to the public in order to make social awareness fashionable. Number 5, if anybody that you know who is depressed, you should give them love, support, but don't smother them.
Recommend it for anyone. So I've tried it before. That thing, it's not okay for me. Okay, I've tasted it before and it doesn't work for me. Well, there are people who like it, but not for me. Lean it and no.
I mean, like, let's talk about other drugs. You know, I've heard people speaking about yayo, also known as angel dust, also known as this and this, and I've seen videos of people like flying into walls.
But the biggest problem in black townships is nyaupe. You know, in Durban they call it wunga, it has different names, but we all know it as nyaupe. It's a serious problem, man, like even in the industry. And
wait, do we in the industry also say nyaupe, Rashid?
I know one, a big name house DJ
No, guys,
who went for rehab.
No,
and then there's people who used to be rappers who are on Nyaope now, and it's a serious problem, man. The problem is the whole neighborhood knows who's selling the Nyaope, who the dealer is.
Yeah.
And if the community knows, it means the cops know too.
Yeah.
You know, but nobody's doing anything, and it's a serious problem.
Dude, I've seen people's careers, like people are literally started with, whose careers vanished into nothing within a year. Like, okay, not because of Nyaupe, but it was something else. And they had almost like, people make it seem cool. Like, you know, people make it, and I think one thing
there's class, like if you do coke, you
are like, you've made it.
You've made it in life. But a drug is a drug.
I'm still to see a drug go right. Like, it always goes wrong. Like, we know about people who left us because of that. Your creativity gets messed up, guys. Of course, apparently when you start, maybe like you're hella with the creativity. But after that, like, you can't function. Some people can't even function anymore because they're so reliant on certain things. Like, they're just not the same.
Besides your health, your finances, it's crazy. You know the high when you reach the ceiling.
Yeah.
You wanna get higher, so you try something else. That's why.
Is that the overdose bit?
That's why the Nyaupe boys now don't smoke Nyaupe. They inject and then they do the Bluetooth thing.
Yeah.
You know, and cocaine users end up using crack and heroin because they always want to get higher than before, you know, so it's crazy, man. And
it's super crazy. So, moving away from that segment, now, Rashid, we move on to an even more touching topic.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to meet up with the first black female president of SAMRO.
Yes.
And it was such a great encounter. We met at an interview. You know, these women and things, they always love us during women's nights. Yeah, I was lucky to meet her, and I spoke to her about something that's super, super important, but like the issue of artists dying broke, the issues around who is, I don't know, like, but formalizing, as much as we're creative sector, who's formalizing and making sure that we receive the money we're supposed to receive post us leaving the earth.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be having like artist insurance when it comes to our royalties? Like, who's taking responsibility for the creative sector when it comes to that? But I mean, we've heard so many stories. Can we just like name drop people who we've heard who passed on broke?
At Maslatini.
Was Mabruk broke? Was she broke? No, it seems like she had a very...
No, Brenda used to make 2 million a year on royalties.
Whoa.
You know, so, but you know, as artists, some artists with paperwork are not clued up enough, so other people will exploit you. But even if you took care, because at some point, every artist at some point made a lot of money. It's how they use that money. But the main problem, whether you had money or not, when you pass away, you get a lot of love, you know. like the radio starts playing you see your videos all day on TV, on the newspapers.
You had mentioned how like post Mandoza's dead, everyone is playing Mandoza. Post, was it Brown Jack? Somebody mentioned
Flabba.
Flabba.
Yes.
Guys, where's Flabba's music now? Like, I'm not hearing it.
No, it was that moment. Everyone was riding the wave. Like, oh, Flabba's gone. Let's have a Flabba moment. Let's dedicate this hour to Flabba. Let's do this. They do that with every artist.
And you know the funniest guys?
Yeah.
To the family, we've got your back. We're gonna be with you. When you guys need help, we're gonna be there. Post funeral, gone. Nobody's even there to fight for the person.
Ask them, how's Flabba's daughter doing? Where is she? Where does she school? How old is she? You know, you guys were just fronting when Flabba passed away. You know, you don't really care. You just wanted to use that opportunity for yourself.
And I mean, I did notice, you know, we lost our big brother. Our brother, well, my big brother.
Pro.
Your brother,
Pro, yeah.
Rest in peace to Pro. We absolutely love you. We are super, super tired of the artists being exploited while they're breathing and after they're done breathing. Like, I'm super, super tired of this narrative. And as an artist, I'm also worried. And as I said, you know, the new CEO at Samuel said, those are the dialogues we need to have. Great that we're having dialogues, but can we have certain things being put in place, like an artist insurance, like, I don't know, must we take out life policies? Because it's such a problem for us creators, eh? We never have the right paperwork to be able to go and access these things. Nobody has time for us. If you don't have a payslip or whatever.
Sometimes the problem lies with us, you know, like we think this money will never end. We think we're gonna be rich forever. You get that one paycheck, think we sorted. You know, we don't really.
So then maybe, Rashid, we need to focus on artist development. And within artist development, we need to have sort of like a financial section where people are going to tell us, okay, Gigi, great that you are, you know, how do we preserve, how do we invest, maybe those are conversations we need to start having as artists.
Broke artists will listen to you, but you cannot tell a millionaire what to do with his money.
What's your view right now of the indies, of the majors? I mean, artists are still being exploited either way.
Yeah, because we're still using the old template. You know, record companies, for example, they came here. EMI means English Music Industry. When they came to Africa, they were not trying to make anyone rich. It was business for them. So all other labels are still using that method, like, we take 90%, we give you 10.
That's rubbish.
Already, you know.
And actually, I wanted to shed light on something. Somebody told me about this, okay? So there's this lawyer, right? And this lawyer is notorious in the industry. I'm sure people can go do their homework. I'm sure some people will comment. And he's notorious in the industry for literally screwing the artist over. Like, that's how he was. So literally, when he met me once, I remember back in 2015, I released that Miriam Makeba song. And there were issues and they wanted me to change the name. So I had to literally call it Lolo. Lolo, because they didn't want me to use Miriam. Okay, fine, the family didn't want me to use Miriam Makeba, and I understood that. But it turns out that the guy who had called for me not to use the name wasn't even in charge of the Miriam Makeba account. The family had no idea what was going on.
Paul Muffin has a song called Makeba.
And they probably went after them too at some point, really. He probably went, and he's fighting with the family over the royalties of their grandmother. It's ridiculous. And this guy, like, is notorious in the industry. Every time you get a contract, it was like, yo, I hope you didn't touch your contract. And for me, like, why aren't we calling out people like that? Why aren't indies and majors boycotting people like that? Cause
listen, record labels are like insurance companies. They hire lawyers to make sure they don't pay out. I don't have a favorite major. I don't like major labels. I know a lot about them. Even indie labels, I like the one label I like is Kalawa. Kalawa never stopped anyone from living. If Heavy K says I wanna leave, they say fine. If Dr. Malina says I wanna leave, they say fine. You know, whoever, they never stop.
And I've seen Kalawa
from Boom Shaka, Mafigizolo, they never.
Yeah, shout out to Karao because I've seen them like even on their social media, like somebody can leave and they'll still support them. And wait, can I please add? Shout out to Mpumelelo for still supporting me.
If it didn't work out business wise, it shouldn't be personal. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like I don't like you on a personal. No, business, you're a shark.
Yeah.
But maybe we can hang out and have a drink.
Shout out to everyone.
And shout out to me, man. Shout out to me.
Shout out to Rashid. Rashid, who's your artist? Who's his own artist? He's his own boss. He's gonna start his own. What is yours gonna be called? Family? What is your record label?
It's Point Blank Entertainment. I handle my. I'm not a slave. I own my master. I own my master.
And we're moving on to the entertainment part of our show. Rashid, who is our dark horse for today?
Our dark horse is a boy by the name of Ain't Average. He has a song called Yayo. Check him out.
Cause I'm the very exclusive type of artist. I just love to play the skill. I make it high with the stuff. I mix the Henny with the G. Just stroke with the record, then it's back to the studio. Back to making hits, back to back. Like the number 99, shit is confidential. I don't need your confirmation, no explanation. Got the A, I got the I got the A, bitch call me back. Got the A, I got the A, oh. I got the A, bitch call me back. I got the what? Yeah, I got the A, oh. Got the A, yeah, I got the A, oh.
Let us know what you think. Hashtag the Dizrupt Show at the Dizrupt Show at Rashid_K at Gigi _LaMayne. And let us know what you think of Ain't Average.
He's trapping.
Is it
He's
average?
trapping.
You like it?
Ain't Average.
You like it?
I like it. I love trap.
You
man.
love trap?
I love trap.
Rashid, you love trap?
I love trap, man.
Do you have
Shout out
trap
to
on
Nasty
album?
C. Shout out to Nasty C. Nasty C made me love trap.
Oh, shout out to Nasty C. I must say that is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us who you have for Hot on the Charts.
Hot on the charts. Actually, I have the girl by the name of Fifi Cooper. She just dropped an album called Take Me Back. You know. Are you gonna take her back? Don't answer that. Okay, the album has like 20 songs. 20 songs, man. I listened to it. I bought it.
Shout out, girl. Shout out.
Bought
Shout
it.
out for your album. What is the album called, Rashid?
It's called Take Me Back.
Oh.
You know, which is the first track on the album.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song is the one with where it features Toadie Mac. It's called Too Damn Strong.
Too Damn Strong.
Yeah.
She going hard.
Yeah. It's jiggy. It's
Gotta
a
get
clap.
born, gotta get song.
You know, it's Mutwako.
Angimuzwa. Kodwa
Yes.
hayi okay liyaflow.
Yeah, I can tell that she's trying to get back to the Mutwako vibe.
Yeah.
My other favorite song, there's a song called Mpulele, track number 20.
Is it like Mom wanna boo?
No, it has that African sound, and on that song I can already tell really the Botswana people doing the Ngwazi situation. Yes, it's on that vibe. It's on that. Yeah.
Fifi, backup dancer, Nikona, ungasabi girl, so there's Kona no Rashid Bele.
That's Mpulele, Mtsweding FM. Ngwazi.
God.
Nice album, Fifi. All the best.
Shout out, Fifi.
Shout out.
Shout out, Fifi. Anyway, now we move on to our Hustle of the Week.
Yeah.
Hustle of the Week, Rashid, is Citra's Bakery. Fresh shandies at an affordable price. Scones, queen's cakes, biscuits, bread muffins. They've got us, guys. They're based in Mpumelelo, so it's a south of Joburg. We bring it back to the south again. And they deliver the cakes around Gauteng for a small fee. And this is where you can contact them on 073 577 8661 to place your order. I mean, right now we have them up on the screens with, you know, I really like the fact that it's young guys, they're carrying buckets, it looks super cute, and they have their prices.
That is how you fight depression. Don't go smoke something, do something.
Shout out to the boys. And unfortunately, we've come to the end of an amazing show. Everything fresh, everything urban, everything nutty. Rashid, any last remarks?
TDS, the Dizrupt Show. You better know.
Oh, let's go.
I'm saying.
And you guys know where to contact us. At Dizrupt Show on Instagram and Twitter, and The Dizrupt Show on Facebook. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I've had an amazing time. Please do tweet through your suggestions. Those weaves are still here, courtesy of Hair City. Bumnandi will be bringing through many more brand placement is obviously for the guys. But like I said, please suggest your show ideas and you will win super cool, amazing prizes. This guy over here is like distracting me. Who are you wearing today, Rashid, for the very last time?
2 souls, man, 2 souls. And if you have some dope garments, bring them on.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gigi _LaMayne, aka Mosazana, and this is my boy
Rashid K. At Rashid _KAY. Yeah, no.
See you next time, same place, pink pants, champagne.
Dream Big Entertainment House.